You're in your mid-20s, your student loans are piling up, and you're still trying to figure out how to save a decent amount for the future. Owning a rental property seems like something for the rich, the established, or at least someone with a steady six-figure income. But what if I told you that buying your first rental property, even on a low income, isn't just a pipe dream, but a very achievable goal? Now imagine the freedom of not having to worry about your rent every month, or even better, having the income from your property help you cover living expenses. The idea of building wealth through rental properties is powerful, especially for young people like you, people who are ambitious, hungry for financial independence, and ready to invest in their future. In this speech, we're going to talk about how you can realistically buy your first rental property, even if your current financial situation doesn't feel like it aligns with this big goal. But before we dive into the steps, let me hit you with a little hook that I want you to think about. What if just a few years from now, you could look back and say, I bought my first property when everyone else was just getting started with debt? What would that do for your life, for your security, and for your financial freedom? Buying real estate, especially rental properties, is one of the best ways to build long-term wealth. But here's the thing, real estate is a game of strategy. And like any good strategy, it requires a plan. And the reality is there are people just like you on low incomes who have used strategic planning to buy their first rental property. You don't need a high-paying job to get started, but you do need to be smart with your money, your time, and your opportunities. Now let's dive into how you can make this happen. First, we'll need to tackle some of the more practical steps to get your foot in the door of the rental property market, even when you're on a low income. And believe me, there are ways. Let's talk about financing first. If you're like most people in their 20s or 30s, your credit score probably isn't perfect, and you might not have a huge amount of savings just sitting there waiting for an opportunity. That's okay. The first step is to make sure you understand the financing options available to you. For many first-time buyers, especially those on a budget, one of the best routes is using FHA loans. Those are government-backed loans that typically require only a 3.5% down payment. While you won't be able to use the property as a vacation home or a secondary investment property, if you're willing to live in one half of a duplex or a multi-unit building, you could potentially qualify for an FHA loan and use that property as both your home and your first rental unit. Another option is looking into local and state-level grants and programs that are designed to help low-income buyers. These programs may offer down payment assistance or even lower interest loans, and they often don't require you to have perfect credit. This is where doing your research is crucial. Start with the housing authority in your area, or check out local community development organizations that offer resources for people who are serious about homeownership but need a little help. If you're still worried about your down payment, here's a quick tip. Start small. Buying a single family home might not be realistic on a low income, but maybe you could get into a smaller, lower cost rental property, a condo or a duplex, where the cost to buy is more manageable. And remember, your first property doesn't need to be the dream house. Instead, think of it as your first step on the road to financial freedom. Now, let's talk about finding the right property. If you're working with a tight budget, you need to be really smart about where you invest. Location is key. In many cities across the US and Canada, you can find emerging neighborhoods that are just starting to grow. These neighborhoods might not be the flashiest areas right now, but they have potential for growth, which means your property could appreciate in value over time. You want to find areas where rents are rising, but prices are still affordable. This means doing your research, talk to local real estate agents, check out online property listings, and visit neighborhoods that interest you. Find areas that are underdeveloped but have good access to transportation, schools, or businesses, and be patient. Once you've found a potential property, remember that it's not just about buying anything. It's about buying smart. Consider the cash flow of the property. This means looking at how much rent you can charge versus the total costs, mortgage, taxes, maintenance, utilities, etc. Ideally, you want the rent income to at least cover these costs and give you a little extra for savings or reinvestment. Even if your first property is only breaking even, the goal is to hold on to it for the long term, so that over time your equity builds and you can eventually buy more properties. Another thing to keep in mind is how to manage the property. If you're tight on time or energy, hiring a property management company might be the right move. Yes, it's an expense, but it can free you up to focus on building your next investment while making sure your current property is running smoothly. Here's where I want to drop another hook for you. Imagine getting a check every month without having to work an extra job or trade your time for money. That's the magic of rental properties. And the best part, As you scale, it gets easier and easier to buy more. The income from your rental can eventually help fund your next property, and the snowball effect kicks in. What seems like a small step today can turn into a large passive income stream down the road. Now, as we wrap up, let me give you one more key takeaway. This journey won't be easy, but it's absolutely worth it. If you're serious about building wealth and achieving financial freedom, taking the leap into rental property investing could be one of the best decisions of your life. Yes, it takes planning, patience, and hard work, but once you own that first property, you'll realize something important. You've already set yourself on the path to financial independence. So I want you to leave here today with one thing on your mind. Are you willing to take the first step? Because in just a few years, when you look back, you could be a property owner, generating passive income and living the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. All it takes is a little bit of strategy, a solid plan, and the courage to take action. When it comes to financing your first rental property, understanding the different options available to you is crucial. Many young people assume that in order to own real estate, they need a high income or significant savings. The truth is, there are many pathways to ownership, even if you're just starting out financially. One of the best options for first-time buyers, especially those with limited funds, is a government-backed FHA loan. This loan only requires a down payment of 3.5%, making it one of the most accessible financing options for new buyers. While you may think you need to buy a single-family home to qualify, you can also purchase multi-unit properties, such as duplexes or triplexes, using an FHA loan, as long as you live in one of the units. This strategy allows you to not only start building equity in your property, but also earn rental income from the other units, helping to cover the mortgage and expenses. Beyond FHA loans, it's worth doing your homework on local programs that might be available in your area. Many states and municipalities offer assistance to first-time homebuyers, such as down payment grants or programs that provide lower interest loans for low and moderate income buyers. These programs can be a game changer, making homeownership even more attainable for those who might otherwise struggle to save for a large down payment. It's important to stay informed about what's available and to be proactive in seeking out these opportunities. By being strategic about financing, you can position yourself for success in the property market even without a large income. When you're looking for your first rental property on a tight budget, the key is to think strategically about location. It's tempting to look for properties in well-established or highly sought-after neighborhoods, but these areas are often out of reach for someone just starting out. Instead, focus on emerging neighborhoods, areas that may not be in the spotlight yet, but show signs of future growth. These neighborhoods often have lower property prices, which means your initial investment will be more affordable. However, their real potential lies in their growth trajectory. These areas are typically undergoing revitalization or are benefiting from urban planning projects like new transportation routes, schools, or businesses moving in. While they might not have the appeal of more popular areas, they often offer substantial appreciation potential as the neighborhood becomes more desirable over time. Think of it like getting in early before the area becomes trendy. By purchasing in these zones, you can benefit from price increases and a growing demand for rental properties as more people move in. Another advantage of up-and-coming neighborhoods is that rents tend to rise faster than in established areas. As the area develops, there's often a greater need for rental properties, especially if new residents are being priced out of more expensive areas. By investing in these neighborhoods, you're positioning yourself for future returns, both in terms of property value and consistent rental income. It requires patience and foresight, but investing in emerging markets can pay off significantly in the long run. After you've purchased your first rental property, the next step is to manage it effectively to ensure it's a profitable investment. For new landlords, this can feel like an overwhelming task, as property management involves multiple responsibilities: screening tenants, handling repairs, collecting rent, and keeping the property in good condition. If you're not familiar with the ins and outs of being a landlord, one option to consider is hiring a property management company. These companies can take care of the daily operations of your rental, including tenant sourcing, lease agreements, rent collection, and even maintenance. While it comes at a cost, typically around 8–12% of the monthly rent, hiring a management company can save you a lot of time and hassle, particularly if you have a full-time job or multiple properties. Outsourcing this responsibility frees you up to focus on what matters most: scaling your portfolio and finding additional properties. Without the daily grind of dealing with tenant complaints or repairs, you can spend more time exploring other investment opportunities or improving your financial strategy. Another advantage of a management company is that they're experienced in dealing with tenant disputes, maintenance issues, and legal matters, ensuring you comply with all local laws and regulations. That said, if you're ready to take on the responsibility, managing the property yourself can increase your profit margins since you won't be paying management fees. However, you'll need to be organized and prepared for the demands of being a landlord. Whether you choose to self-manage or hire help, the key is to ensure the property is well maintained, tenants are satisfied, and the investment is running smoothly so you can continue to grow your real estate portfolio.